and he brought dignity to the CEO office of the US. And he's doing some amazing and exceptional things in his life. And so thank you, Niren, for who you are and what you
do. He was my coach, is my coach for many, many years. One of the few men in the world who really, I really look up to, and I think he has the ability to bring out the best in other people, and I've really tried to replicate that in the way in which I engage with others around the world. So just a quick background. I grew up in Delhi. Anybody from DPS? Outstanding school. Anybody work for Panera Bread, which is a soup salad sandwiches chain, and Caribou and Iceland Bakery. So it's a real privilege to be here. And I want to talk to you this afternoon.
Don't believe what I reason myself. It's about us and you.
Oh, it's not about I, but about us and we. Okay. So thank you. So, you know, I believe that leadership is indeed a privilege. You know, it's a real honor to be a leader. And you can be leader of an enterprise, you can be leader. So if that is what leadership is about, the question is, how do you really do that? What is the single most important thing that a leader needs to do? And I believe trusting those who are consistent in the way in which they show up, consistent in their behaviors. Right? It's impossible to trust somebody who shows up in different ways. Destiny. If you wish to achieve your dreams, you need to understand, have clarity of your top 4 values. Where you say, if I ask you, what are your top 4 values? You're able to articulate that very clearly, very succinctly. Focusing on that which you can control, not what's happening to you. A young life that went away prematurely, it is about a celebration of a young girl that lived life so well despite all odds. She has achieved more in her lifetime than many of us will do. Well, all of you are much younger, so you certainly have a good chance of being able to achieve a lot more, being inspired by her. So think about it. She to be the very best version of who you can be by focusing on what you have control over, not on what's happening to you. That's what Aisha wrote and believed in the context of courage. Let me share a story with you. So Aisha is 13 years old. We're living in Delhi. The doctors have just broken the heartbreaking news that Aisha has only 5 years to live, that she has the dreaded pulmonary fibrosis, which is a heart lip. Yourself on this canvas, it's so healing. I think I want to learn how to paint. So away she went, not focused that my legs don't work, but focused that my hands do. And because my hands work, I may not be able to walk, but I can still paint. Beagles on iTunes, you paint the lab, you paint, Mom, what about your dad? And she said, Dad, don't you know I only paint beautiful people? The fact that you're all laughing means that you perhaps agree with her sentiment, but she always knew how to put me in my place, and we had this absolutely adorable relationship. And now the disease progressed. She was in a wheelchair. She couldn't walk. She couldn't even breathe. And now she had a full-time oxygen mask on her face that she needed to breathe. And Ted called again and said, Aisha, would you like to come back and speak on TED? And she said, are they crazy? Just look at me. I'm on full-time oxygen. I said, I totally understand, Aisha. No worries. I will tell them you're not ready to do this. She said, wait. I said, oh, there she goes again. A new mountain to climb on, and the dullest of the days to shine on. I said, yes. She says, I will do it on one condition, Dad. I said, what? I will speak without my oxygen mask. I said, Aisha, you can't do that. You can't do that. And just to share with you how she may have felt, if I ask you, take a deep breath and then hold it.
So happiness is an attitude. Happiness is doing what you truly love. And I feel that happiness can only come from acceptance. I accept who I am. And I accept where I'm at. And I accept the challenges that I'm battling with today. And I'm even more determined to make the most of this wonderful gift of life that God has given me. As Anderson once said, enjoy life. There's plenty of time to be dead.
The message you want to tell the world?
I think basically everyone's just fighting their own battles together, and we're all on a roller coaster ride. And mine's been going particularly down this year, and I felt so stuck, and so writing this book has really uplifted me, and so I wanted my readers to find peace on whatever roller coaster ride they may be on. So I hope that's what will happen.
Thank you, Aisha.
Thank you.
So Aisha's story is a story of courage, of gratitude, and the power of giving. And you just heard about courage, which is focus on what you have control over, not on what's happening to you. And there's always something that you can do to make a difference. Aisha then talks about gratitude, and she writes in her book these words. Remember, she's now lying in bed. She knows she has limited time. Her body is wasted, but her mind is alive with my mother's laughter. I'm blessed to have my lips so I can speak to those I love. I'm blessed to have my hands so I can paint whenever I please. I'm blessed to have my legs so I can still walk. On this earth, I must remember that I am blessed. I think the power of gratitude is magical. I don't know how many of you have a habit of writing a gratitude journal, or just before you sleep, or the first thing in the morning. And just remind yourself to be grateful, to have gratitude in your heart for all the people that you love. Your family, your friends, people around you that you love and you cherish. Hold them in your heart. And make a resolution that you will go home and hug them just a little bit tighter. And you will tell them, I can't be of service to anybody else. I have to first forgive myself for having failed my daughters. I have to learn to love myself for having failed as a father. So I said, okay, I got to love myself and have a ball. I said, what does that mean? I'll share that with you. And secondly, I said, how do we convert this pain that we feel of our disappointments, of our loss, of our Can we have a round of applause for Arsha? Crafted by a chef, chicken, cheese, margarita.